Dear devotees, welcome everybody to today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Requesting you all to please turn on your videos and please join me for prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashyadadeshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Very happy to be with all of you this morning for our Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. And today we are going to continue with our journey of Srimad Bhagavatam. And I request at least some of you to turn on videos. Some of you, may not be all. So that what happens is I'm convinced that I'm sitting with people, I'm not sitting with machines. How many of you love machines? No, we love people. We use machines. We are supposed to love people and use machines. And what do people of Kali Yuga do? They love machines and use people. That's the difference. So we should not be like that. So love people and use machines. So please turn on. So yesterday we saw what's the goal of Dharma and what is not the goal of Dharma. That was the whole discussion. And what is not the goal of Artha. That also is something that we saw. Correct? Now I want to give all of you an activity. So now next week, the schools are starting. Yes, the universities are starting. And what we do is we do tabling and we do book distribution. We welcome the students. We orient the students. We welcome them. That's what we do. All right. So I wanted to ask all of you a question. Usually in India, whenever we do this welcoming tabling, we give out a form to fill. And that's how we induct students. We understand students. Right. And one of the questions that we ask the students very clearly is, what would you do if you get $1 billion? Yes. And you have to spend that $1 billion in 1 week. What would you do with that money? So this is a question that we ask the students. Now imagine you're not devotees. Again, go back. What would you do if you get $1 billion? You got $1 billion credited in your account. Yes, with all tax and everything, no black money. It's all white, not white, green money, green money. It's green dollars. Canada has different colors. I still am, I don't, I'm still struggling to figure out what are the different colors. What would you're not devotees? What would you do if you have $1 billion credited in your account right now and you have to spend it within a week? Otherwise, it'll be taken off. Please put it in the chat. I would like to know your ideas. And this is the way we induct people for our club. You know that? Okay, this person is a genuine candidate. Invest it. You can't invest it. You have to spend it. Okay. Buy plots. Okay, nice. Intelligence. Publish more Prabhupada books. You are not devotee. Gaurapu, you're not listening to activity properly. You're not devotees. Go back in time. You can't invest, but you can definitely buy plots. Intelligence. So you purchase land. Okay. Travel. Okay. Travel $1 billion. Even if you travel the world in 100, within a week, you can't travel the world. So you have to think. But anyway, nice try. So you'll invest in traveling and living. Donation. Okay, that's a very noble thing. You donate. Purchase assets like gold and other entities. Okay, good. Create orphanage. Nice. Make a huge house. Invest in real estate. I call it fake estate. Open schools, yes. Long-term business, open schools, schools, universities, colleges, and that's how we invest our effort. So most of them are buying a school, running it for needy kids. So some of them have noble causes, some of them have selfish causes, and some of them have tamasic causes. So we clearly can understand that which guna you're on. I'm still reading the answers. Which guna we were in. We were. Okay, but now you've given the money one, you have become devotees. Okay, every one of you have become devotees. You're all what? Devotees. Chanting 16 rounds, following 4 regs, initiated or aspiring for initiation. Now you get $1 billion. What will you do? Now you tell. Donate. Donate to ISKCON temple and let the temple decide. Okay, fine. So here you don't have a cause, you just are detached. You just want to donate. Build more temples. That's very nice. Let there be more temples for the Lord. Donate in different, it's called Goshalas. Yes, we want Gomata to be served. Yes, cow protection should happen. Okay, there are more Goshalas, cow protection will happen effectively. Let's go. Okay, very good. That's it. Annadana, oh, distribute prasad, not Anna, prasad. Prasad distribution. Anna is actually not connected to Krishna. Anna is that which is not when Anna is connected to Krishna, it becomes prasad. Okay, print more books. So you're following Prabhupada's instruction that he got from Bhaktivedanta Thakur. If you ever get money, print books. Okay. Donate for temple construction books. So two missions of Prabhupada is preaching in the West and then donation for books. Very nice. Thank you so much. So I hope you all really mean what you've said and really $1 billion comes, leave $1 billion, whatever is there first. Some portion we should start offering to Krishna service. So please contact me. We have very, very effective schemes for you, spiritual schemes by which you all will benefit very wonderfully and we can do something wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for your beautiful answers. So now we go to today's topic and today's verse. Material gain means or end. That's the topic I've given. If somebody gets some material gain, because you do dharma, you get artha, right? So is it a means for something or is it the end? My God, you're doomed. Paisa is Maya. So once what had happened, there was one Swami, a very big Swami in the 70s, and he had clicked a photograph. Yes, we don't use the word schemes in Canada. It sounds like scam. Okay, so suggest an alternate word for me. I'll use that word. Okay. So this fellow took plan. Okay, we have plan. We have a divine spiritual plan. So please come and contact. No schemes. Schemes is scam. Nice one. Thank you. So this Sadhu Baba with a big beard and jata, there was money kept there and he was posing with the money like this, rejecting the money. That means I don't touch Maya. Money is Maya and I don't touch it. So like that, that Sadhu Baba was still. So Prabhupada saw that photo and laughed. Prabhupada said, bring the press and media. And I would like to take a photograph like this with money. Yes. So devotees were confused. Why is Prabhupada saying like this? That way people will misunderstand us. People will think we are cheats. But Prabhupada said, we can utilize every single penny in Krishna's service. In fact, whenever somebody used to come with a huge donation, those days in cash, huge donation briefcase. You've seen that? The 70s, 80s, people would come with cash, attache case, briefcase. They would come, they'll open it. And Prabhupada would open. As soon as Prabhupada would look at money, Prabhupada will become ecstatic. He'll call all his devotees. Oh, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, come here. Giriraj Maharaj, come here. You come here. You come here. Brahmanand Swami, come here. Come here. And give them. You wanted this. You wanted this. You wanted this. You wanted this. Finished. And that person who gave the donation is shocked. He's dumbfounded. It's over. Yeah, it's over. Done. Next, give us more. Whatever you give, it's less. We can engage so much in Lord service. So I guess our Gaurav Pro and Banu Pro are really happy today. Please present this recording, class recording to all your donors. They'll be very happy. It's going to really inspire you. Okay, let's go to the verse. This is 1.2.10, Srimad Bhagavatam, कामस्य नेन्द्रिय प्रीतिर लाभो जीवेत यावत जीवस्य तत्व जिज्ञासा नार्थो यश्चेह कर्मभिः. Hmm. So now, when artha comes, it is said na artha. That means your wealth or money that comes out of dharma, na yascheha. Don't spend like this. When you do your dharma, you get artha. Karma bihi artha. Na yascheha. Don't do it like this. Don't spend like this. For what? Kamasya indriya priti. To simply fulfill the desires of the senses. Kama is desires and indriya is senses. So kamasya indriya priti means sense gratification. So don't waste your money in sense gratification. See, that is why people are afraid to come to ISKCON, because we present the truth. Don't waste your money in sense gratification. That's what the world is doing, right? Once there was one of my friends, he met an employee of Google. Sorry, ex-employee of Google. Why ex-employee? Because he was removed from the job. He said, "You must be working in Google. You have a lot of bank balance." That fellow was a 30-year-old youth. He said, "No, I don't have any balance. I'm gone." Why? What did you do with the money that came? I blew it up. So people do not have this habit of saving. As soon as money comes, they want to spend it. Yeah. Rupa Goswami has taught, yes, you should spend 50% for Krishna. All related, everything related to Krishna consciousness. Other 25% give it to family members and relatives. And the last 25% we should save it for emergency. Saving is important. Nowadays people say investing. Okay, whatever. But the point is, don't blow it up. So even this simple principle people are not able to follow because the senses are not controlled. Senses go haywire. Yes, kamasya na indriya pritir. So one should not do the sense gratification. Labho jivetaya. Somehow if you get this profit, it should actually be meant for what? Jivasya tattva jignasa. Come on, increase your spiritual inquiry. Spend your money to go to temples. Spend your money to get books. Spend your money in preaching this knowledge. Jivasya tattva jignasa. Your life is actually meant for tattva jignasa. Jignasa means what? Jignasa means inquiry, quest. We say quest for enlightenment, and that's what life is meant for. Quest for enlightenment. Tattva jignasa. So life's desire should never be directed to sense gratification. One should desire only for a healthy life. Yeah. Or self-preservation. This is allowed. Which means whatever is required to keep body and soul together. Yeah, something that's required to keep body and soul together. Yes, you are allowed to have. Bhagavatam doesn't say don't eat prasad. Fasting every day. Eat only leaves, dry leaves and twigs and kanda moolas. You can only eat that. Bhagavatam never says that. Right? Bhagavatam says you can maintain your body and soul together. Correct? What should be the temperature of body? 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Correct? Don't make your temperature 105. Neither should your temperature become 94 or 92. It should be maintained in ideal state, 98.6. That is the ideal state of the temperature. Similarly, we need sense gratification. How many of you agree we need sense gratification? Yeah, it's a need. It's a need. How many of you need tasty prasad? It's a need. We need some taste, right? We say, but sadhus, they eat only kandamul. Even kandamul has taste, actually. It has taste. Even Sanatana Goswami would have some ghee, some kind of atta, which means the flour, wheat flour. He would cook it on the flame, put some salt, give it to uh, his Madan Gopal, and then he would have it. That's a very so taste is required. Some taste is there. We need taste. That's a need. If we don't get Good taste. I'm not talking about fine foods. Fine foods are not good. What are fine foods? Fine foods means wafers, chips, papads, too much. Little is need. Too much of pickles, yes. Then too much of, we can say, yeah, sweet, fried pakodas, fine foods, which is biryani. These are all fine foods. We need little. Fine food also a little bit in proportion. That's why we don't have biryanis every day, right? Junk food or junk means no value. Fine foods have some value, but they're difficult to digest. Too much of cashews and dry fruits. They're all fine foods. Sweets, fried foods. So these things will really, they make our senses uncontrolled. But we need little, in little proportion. You take little rice, little more dal, sabji, one papad. Not that we take 20 papads. Like 20. No, that's not done. So there's a way, there's a proportion for food. We don't take one bowl of pickles and take little bit of sabji. No, sabji should be more, pickle should be less. That's how life is. So life should be designed in such a way. We design our life in such a way that there is a need for sense gratification, which will keep good health. When does health get spoiled? When we are not regulated in eating and sleeping. That there's a kind of irregulation there, immediately we get. And usually it is not because of not eating. Prabhupada says this. I'm yet to get the source. But in 1942, there was an artificial famine created by the Britishers. They had done price rise, because of which there was so much starvation. Few people died out of starvation, but more people died after that famine was over. The price came down. People ate so much at night. Overeating killed people more than famine, because people they had so much at night. Once upon a time, one devotee, he offered Dandvat Pranam to Bhagwan in the altar, and he collapsed. Something, he was not getting up. When devotees saw he was struggling, gasping for air, so they took him to hospital, and they all caught, "Doctor, what happened?" Doctor said, "This fellow has eaten halwa so much, they had to cut the stomach and take out that halwa." And doctor said he has already come once. The second time, they had to cut his stomach and take out the halwa from there. So that will not lead to good health. Yeah. Self-preservation. Yeah, we take what is needed. Since human being is meant to inquire. Yeah, because if we don't take care of this first part, then we will not get that fine sense to inquire. A person who is totally unregulated in senses, indisciplined in life, cannot be sincere in spiritual inquiry. No, this will not happen. This will not happen. This will not happen. So one has to be very careful, very, very careful in ensuring that we do this properly. Yeah, we regulate our life. That's why before becoming even Bhakti Yogi, what does Krishna says? Yukta ahara viharascha yukta cheshtasa karmasu yukta sapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Regulate your four things: your eating, your sleep, your work, and your recreation. First, before Bhakti Yoga, learn this. And again, Krishna tells to avoid extremities in 6.16. Neither one who sleeps too much nor too little, neither one who eats too much or too little can be a yogi, because we'll not get that fixity, that control, that refinedness in personality. We'll not get all these things. And the goal of life, nothing else should be the goal of what one wants. Why are you working? That's the reason. We want to go back to Godhead. Prabhupada made it very simple for us. Go back home, back to Godhead. That is the goal of life. And this goal we should always remember. That's one of the purpose of Bhagavatam class. Don't miss the point. We have to go back to Godhead. That is the whole point. So whatever activities we do, is this taking us back to Godhead? Think. Is it connected to Krishna? That's the ultimate goal. Focus on the ultimate goal. Going back to God. Be focused there. I'll just check if I have a video. I would love to show you some video. Yeah, we have a video, I guess. Krishna willing, it'll open. I can show it. Yes, yes. Govinda, Goranga. Yeah, I guess I have. Yeah. This is actually from a dog, learning from a dog, okay? I'll just show you the video. So this video is about focusing on the goal. Just watch this. It'll be very inspiring. We should learn from this dog. Can you see? Look at its focus. Saw that? He just focused on that one goal. What is the now? If this dog would have taken the other ball, what would have happened? He takes the other ball, then that goal is hit. Then he misses that. That's what Bhagavatam is talking about. Got it? If he goes for some other ball to bite, and that black thing was hit, you miss it, right? So don't miss the point. Isn't ultimate goal Krishna Prema? Yes. Without Krishna Prema, we will not go back to God. Ultimate goal is Krishna Prema. I'll show you. This comes in the fifth canto. Yes, fifth chapter, sixth verse. एवं मन कर्म वश प्रयुक्ते अविद्यया आत्मनि उपधीयमाने प्रीतिर्न यावद मयि वासुदेवे न मुच्यते देह योगेन तावत्. So till the time प्रीतिर्न यावद मयि वासुदेवे, unto me Vasudev, that's Rishabh is telling, till the time you don't have love for me, till that time na muchyate deha yogena, you will never ever get freed from deha yoga, which means repeated births and deaths, samsara. You never get free. So going back to Godhead is impossible without having Krishna prema. Yes, so that's what it means. So Prabhupada gave us a goal that's practical. Back to Godhead. Okay. Prabhupada by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. We'll try our best to finish this sloka today itself. So it's small one. I guess it's small one. Are you able to see this? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for staying back. Can you all hear me? My video kind of got stuck, and that's why I had to log out and log in. Krishna's mercy, we are back. Please, somebody can let me know if you're able to see the screen. You can put a yes or no on the chat as well. The completely bewildered material civilization is wrongly directed towards fulfillment of desires in sense gratification. In sense gratification. Very clear. Wrong direction. Copy still. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hopefully, we are back. Is it okay now? Good. We're back. I just need to get my Word file in place. The data couldn't be saved. We lost it. Okay. Thanks to our latest Microsoft technology, by which autosave, there's something called autosave. Bhakti has autosave. You know that? Bhakti has something called autosave. Nevaha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhai. Bhakti has autosave. Whatever bhakti you do gets saved. Even if you forget to save it, it gets saved. So Krishna is merciful, given this autosave option. So we are discussing how the material civilization is wrongly directed. Okay. Okay. So, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yeah, yeah. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, the completely bewildered material civilization is wrongly directed towards fulfillment of desires and sense gratification. Yes, we already saw that. In such civilization, all spheres of life, the ultimate end is sense gratification. Yes, they want this. But what is the ultimate end of sense gratification? Be honest. What is the ultimate end of sense gratification? Krishna very clearly tells in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. They are nectar in the beginning and poison in the end. That is the nature of such ultimate end of such sense gratification. Nectar in beginning, poison. In politics, social service, altruism, philanthropy, and ultimately in religion or even in salvation, the very same tint of sense gratification is ever increasingly predominant. Yes. Which means even in the highest form of sense gratification actually is done by the Mayavads. Why? Because they want to become Krishna. They think, oh, by being in this material body, being a conditioned jiva, I will enjoy this much pleasure. But if I become God, then how much pleasure can I enjoy? So what is good? Let me become God. I will enjoy more pleasures. So this is the highest form of sense gratification. In political field, the leaders of men fight with one another to fulfill their personal sense gratification. The voters adore the so-called leaders only when they promise sense gratification. So before the election start, the parties come and they promise there's something called election manifesto. We will start a very amazing liquor shop and we'll have supply unlimited liquor. People are happy, Shudras are happy. We'll be opening a very beautiful um, shopping mall here by which you all can get sense gratification cheap of cost. Yeah, people are happy. No leader would say that, oh, we are going to, uh, yes, some pious leaders, they say, okay, we'll open more schools, we'll open some hospitals, because that is their understanding of serving people. Correct? Otherwise, most of the people in the mode of, in the Rajoguna, Tamaguna, they know what the Shudra mentality. Prabhupada, you know what he called democracy? He called it demon crazy. A group of demons elect another demon. That's called democracy. This is the truth Prabhupada would speak. If you have a pack of dogs, who will they elect as their leader? Another dog. Yes, so that is what they say. So we have to understand this very clearly. Shudras are the majority of population. And if there is democracy, they'll elect another Shudra as their leader. This is what is going on. So anyone who promises sense gratification, you promise, you don't have to fulfill. Just promise them, they will vote for you. People are gullible. As soon as the voters are dissatisfied with their own sense gratification, they dethrone the leaders. Example: assassination happens. Why do assassination happen? The leader promised something, and the public is disappointed. This fellow promised us many things. He's gone back on his promise. Let's assassinate him, kill him. They kill him. The leaders must always disappoint. Yeah, leaders must always disappoint the voters by not satisfying their senses. You understood? Because this fellow is busy with his own sense gratification, right? Somebody who's busy with their own sense gratification, can he be a servant? What is the qualification of being a servant? Nowadays, we speak so much about servant leadership. But what is the qualification? Servant means give up sense gratification. I remember we were all, uh, when our when I was in India, we used to have these DBC meetings in India, in different places, Tirupati, Mayapur. So some of us would get an opportunity to become personal servants of some GBCs. And our coordinators used to first come and give us a first instruction. What is the first meaning of servant? No sense gratification for oneself. There'll be very tasty Mahaprasad coming, but that is not for you. That is for Maharaj. Understand this. Yes, there'll be very nice rooms given there, but that is not for you. That is for Maharaj. That's for service. So don't be a Guru Bhogi. Guru Bhogi is who? Who enjoys the property of Guru and Gurus on the name of Guru. He's called Guru Bhogi. We should be Guru Sevi. Serve the spiritual master. Just don't enjoy spiritual master's property. The servant's first business or the leader's first business is to give up his own self gratification. So there was a book also recently which released. Leaders always eat last. Something of that. So you heard of it? Leaders eat last. So they put their people in the front always, and they are always in the last. The same is applicable in all other fields. No one is serious about the problems of life. First of all, nobody knows what is the problem. Most of the leaders here, they simply want to fill up their pockets. Whatever the public money comes, they want to fill up their own pockets. That is their first job. Become rich and become. That's how His Grace Gaur Gopal Prabhu became famous, right? Choose your career wisely. That was the clip that went viral in 2014. I remember. So there he was talking about even political, beyond political leader is this one God man, so-called God man in this. He gets 4,000 crores. That's his annual turnover. Choose your career wisely, Baba. He says, choose your career wisely. So even first of all, they are not and even if somebody wants to solve the problems of people, problems of life, they are not solving the real problem, which is birth, old age, disease, and death. It is said Raja Ambarish, when he ruled his public, if you would take a mic and ask his public, there would be a press conference. Okay, so what is the goal of your life? Any random lot, pick up any random person and ask them what's the goal of your life. They would say our goal of life is to go back to God. That was the goal of life, going back to God. Even those who are on the path of salvation desire to become one with the absolute truth and desire to commit spiritual suicide for sense gratification. Yes, why they want to do spiritual suicide for sense gratification? They want to become God. They think they can become God. Is it possible? Now you tell me, once a baby is delivered, the baby grows up and says, oh, this material world is not nice. Mother, take me back in your womb. I want to go back to your womb. I don't want to live. Is that possible? Happens? How many of you seen that happening? The child says, world is frustration. Mother, take me back. Of course, Mother Sita could do it. That's why she's divine. She went back in the womb of Mother Earth. But Jivas can only imitate. We cannot fulfill it. Can't do that. But the Bhagavatam says that one should not live for sense gratification. Yes, we don't live for sense gratification. Like we say, there are only two kinds of people in this world. One, eat to live. The second, live to eat. What is the right thing? Tell me what is right. Eat to live or live to eat? Eat to live. That's the right philosophy. We eat to live. Not the other way. We live to eat. Such a fellow will die very quickly. Sense gratification is the goal of life. But the Bhagavatam says that one should not live for sense gratification. One should satisfy senses in so much as required for self-preservation and not sense gratification. Because the body is made of senses, which also require a certain amount of satisfaction, there are regulative directions for satisfaction of senses. But the senses are not meant for unrestricted enjoyment. For example, marriage or the combination of a man with a woman is necessary for progeny. but it is not meant for sense enjoyment. In the absence of voluntary restraint, there's a propaganda for family planning. But foolish men do not know that family planning is automatically executed as soon as there is search for absolute truth. Seekers of the absolute truth are never allured by unnecessary engagement in sense gratification, because the serious students seeking for absolute truth are always overwhelmed with the work of researching for the truth. In every sphere of life, therefore, the ultimate end must be seeking after absolute truth. And that sort of engagement will make one happy, because he'll be less engaged in varieties of sense gratification. Just we'll speak 2, 3 things about this and we'll call it a day. Yeah. Sense gratification is allowed, but at what cost? How it should be? If you are on the path of science, of self-realization, then how should your sense gratification be? Number one, sanctioned. Number two, sanctified. And number three, regulated. Let's take, for example, eating and sex, because these are example given. Sanctioned. Okay, marriage. One can have sex only with one spouse. Sanctified. It is to beget Krishna conscious children. Regulated. Only till the age of 50. After 50, giving up sex life. Panchasurdvam vanam vrajet. After 51, one goes for vanaprastha life. We talk about food. Sanctioned, vegetarian diet. Sanctified, Krishna Prasad. And then regulated, yes, regulated. How much mouth, depending on a varna and ashram, number of mouthful of grains. How much to eat is also mentioned. A grihastha should eat 32 mouthfuls of food, and you can eat twice a day. Vanaprastha should eat 16 mouthfuls. A sannyasi should eat 8 mouthfuls of food. That's it, 8. That's all. What about brahmachari, Prabhu? The Shastra says brahmacharis can eat as much as they want. Free bowl. But wait a minute. The brahmachari that Shastras are referring it to is from the age of 5 to 25. So I don't fall in that bracket. So one should take in consideration age also. Why? Because from 5 to 25, the earth element of the body is made. The body is growing. But after the 25, you don't need the earth element. One doesn't need the earth. One needs more of ether. And when you get ether? By eating regulated in time. Regulated times. Shastras recommend one to eat twice. Max. I'm not telling immediately follow. But actually, this breakfast and all these terms were invented by British. Vedic time is 9 and 5. Automatic intermittent fasting. And eat only in that time. Other times, you don't keep munching. No, there's a time for eating and we eat only in that time. That is called regulated diet. Okay. So there's no time for question answers. We will pause here and I'll see all of you from Calgary in another time zone on another ID. But we'll keep you posted. If you're not a part of Daily India, you should be a part of Krishna Katha group. You will get the updates. And if you are in US, Canada, be a part of our daily divine discussions. You will get updates there. So I might be giving more classes in the weekends. I'll be giving class on a different ID. But our weekdays, our discussions will continue. So tomorrow will be a lecture by His Grace Vishwambar Kripa Prabhu. And I guess Saturday there'll be a lecture by Her Grace Mahasundari Radhika Prabhu. And Sunday you all can join me from Calgary. I'll be there. You can join me there online. Physically, if you can come, no problem. Others come online. I'm leaving tomorrow to Calgary. Tomorrow evening, I'll be there. Thank you all very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhagwadwani Tantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur